I was in it, I called it a breakup. Now that I'm out of it, it's a breakthrough. When I was in it, I called it rejection. Now that I'm out of it, I called it protection. When I was in it, I called it a closed door. When I was out of it, I thank God for leading me away from the wrong door. Now, everybody's not about to feel this, but I want those of you who have enough spiritual discernment to thank him for closed doors, to praise him for that. Thank you for the stuff that didn't go my way. I cried about it then, but I'm praising you for it now.
So last night I watched Darius Daniels' I Had No Idea. Y'all, look. I'm not even finna tell y'all. I'm just gonna start reading. Just listen. Principle of exposure. God will use exposure to awaken in us an appetite for something you didn't know you needed because you didn't know it existed. Imagine God got something so big and so good for you that has never been seen before, that has never been done before, and you're settling where you are because you feel like that this is as good as it gets. Whole time, God is using the principle of exposure to make you see that other people have greater. And it's all right, welcome back to part 2 of the notes that I took from Pastor Darius Daniels' sermon, I Had No Idea. Part 1, we talked about the principle of exposure. The rest of the notes that I took is, he said, God, by his grace, will expose us to individuals, into opportunities, into information to create desire on the inside of us, because desire is the prerequisite for improvement. You must first desire more. You must first have the thought that I want more. This job isn't enough. This relationship isn't enough. This town isn't enough. Just my business being on this level, it isn't enough. I want more. I desire more. I crave more. And God gets us to that point by allowing us to be exposed and allowing us to see other people. Darius Daniels also said, God sees before. He says, so because God sees before it happens, he strategically starts moving the pieces of your life, getting you ready for what's coming that you don't even know is on its way. You don't even see that it's on its way, but God is so strategic with everything that he allows us to be exposed. He creates the desire or the craving in us for more, and then we start moving according to what we're desiring or what we're craving, and that's his way of positioning us and getting us to get in formation and alignment for what he's calling forth in our life that we don't even see yet. We just think it's a craving. We just think it's an ideal, but it's God's exposure. Then he also talked about prophetic positioning. And he said, is when God prematurely puts you in a place in your present that will only make sense in your future. Oh my God. Prophetic positioning, y'all, I gotta read it over. Prophetic positioning is when God prematurely puts you in a place in your present that will only make sense in your future. It is God putting you in a place before you need to be there so that you will already be there when what he sends gets there. Y'all, prophetic positioning. You don't even know why you applied to the job. You don't even know why you went to school. You didn't even know why you chose to go to that coffee shop that day. You didn't even know why you chose to take this route to work instead of taking that route. Prophetic positioning. The last thing I wrote down is when he was talking about necessary endings. And he said, entrances into new seasons must be preceded by exits from old ones. And he said, you cannot walk into something new if you aren't willing to walk out of something old. Cultivate the courage to make some exits. If you can make some exits, you will experience some entrances. Close the door. Because that's the thing. Even with God trying to prophetically position us, a lot of times we don't move when God tells us to move because we want to hold on to what we used to. Close the door so that you can step into more. That's good. That's good. That's good.